green jumper, hashtag van life.
Hashtag van life. Never wear white. Don't own anything white. Black is the way forward.
Or dark red.
Saying that, Sarah's wearing a light coloured onesie.
But unlike Nick, I'm a very clean person and don't get stains on me. Hello. Yes, so this is not a bad little location, is it? Nice church overlooking the cemetery there and a beautiful view. We've just watched the sunset. We sat over there in the van watching the sunset, and then we've just come round here and we're just going to stay here because we've drove quite a lot today, and then we'll be fresh onto the Lofoten Islands tomorrow morning. It's forecast really nice weather the next couple of days, so we're going to get up nice and early, get over there and enjoy. But yeah, we got our jobs done today, what we wanted to do. We did our first Norwegian supermarket shop. Yeah, I mean, obviously it is expensive for certain things. Nick was trying to search out some reasonable price chocolate and some sweet stuff. Obviously that's more expensive. The dog food was like double for the big bag of sort of biscuits for the boys, double what you'd normally pay. We did pick up a few fresh vegetables and some onions and things. Again, they are obviously right up here in the north, and the fact that they probably only have really small growing seasons for fruit and vegetables, wouldn't they, up here with the shorter summers and the colder temperatures, or they'd have to ship it from quite far. So you'd expect that everything is going to be more expensive, which it is very expensive. So I mean, we're completely fine kind of living on like tinned produce and not, you know, cutting down a bit on the fresh vegetables, because it's not going to be forever, is it? So, and there's always plenty of lentils, and you can do some really good things with lentils. So we're all ready for the Lofoten Islands. I'm really, really quite excited.
Yeah, we just need to get fuel, diesel and gasoline for our stove. We did go around inquiring about getting another drone, and there's two large chains of electronic stores, Power and Alkjoff. Neither have got them in stock. There's a number of these shops on Lofoten Islands, and they are going to have them in stock within about 2 weeks. So hopefully,
yeah, we're just gonna see how it goes. We've talked about it, and if we can get a drone, we are going to, you know, do that and live on lentils and rice for another 3 months.
For years. The rest of our lives.
To cover the budget, which we will blow on the drone. But it will be totally worth it.
So anyway, we are dead excited about going to the Lofoten Islands. Senja was amazing, and the Lofoten are supposed to be even better. So can't wait to get there. Morning guys, so that's breakfast prepared.
Good morning, and wow, what a day. Today is absolutely lovely. I mean, lovely for up here. It's a nice warm temperature, and we're really happy to be waking up in this location. It's one of our favourite places to stay, a cemetery.
Beautiful white wooden church, beautiful location overlooking a fjord, stunning little town there. And when we just parked up yesterday, just deciding whether we were going to stay here, guy comes over, tending to the graves, to the cemetery, came over, got chatting, really friendly. He turned out to be the pastor of the church. Anne's lived here for like 10-15 years, chatting to him about Norway and our travels and stuff. Ended the conversation, him blessing us for our onward journey.
Yeah.
So I feel lucky now, and we might actually make it back down to Andalusia.
Yeah, so that was really nice.
So yeah, today we head to the Lofoten Islands. Using our emergency supply of diesel again. We always carry an extra 4 or 5 litres of diesel. And we don't know when the next petrol station is. And we've got a few hills to do, so thought we'd best top up.
Yes, we wouldn't have this extra jerry can of diesel if we didn't have the diesel heater. That's the reason we have it. And so far on this trip, is it twice? Yeah. Or maybe even 3 times that we have actually had to use the emergency diesel. I think it's quite some time before the next town and we really don't have much fuel. Or maybe it's the fact that in the back of our minds, we know that we have that 5 litres extra of diesel. So we take the chance and don't fill up. Who knows? Either way, we're glad we've got it. We made it to the fuel station before we ran out of fuel.
Diesel, gasoline, half a tank of diesel, so we should be good.
All of that for €8. No, not really, that was just for the gasoline. About 70 altogether.
Here we go, the famous or infamous Lofoten Islands. The moment we've been waiting for the whole trip. What an epic bridge.
Wow, I mean, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? For little park-ups to prepare and have your lunch and chill out for a few hours on our way through this beautiful country.
It's been an amazing drive here. Well, anywhere in Norway is amazing. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But driving here across several bridges, and you're just going alongside a fjord, like fjords all around you, mountains all around you. There's so many nice little places to pull off the road. Found this one with our own little personal garden. We haven't actually arrived on what I think is the Lofoten Islands, which is like the last stretch of 130 kilometers of this sort of string of islands. We're about an hour's drive away from the capital of those islands. So this isn't the good stuff, but it's been ridiculously beautiful already.
So on the menu today we are having a bit of a different Thai green curry. Now the reason why it's different is because the vegetables in that pot you don't usually have, but you know what, why not? This is all we've got and it's going to be delicious. It doesn't matter what you have in a Thai green curry, it's going to be lovely. We've got potatoes, carrots, onion, garlic and spinach in that pot. Might put some green beans in as well. Boil the potatoes and carrots first a little bit and then fried them all out with a bit of olive oil in the pan and some of this, which is just a Thai green curry paste, and then a bit of spinach in there and then one of these. It smells so good already. You know what a view! It's actually really quite warm today. There's no wind. It does get quite hot up here in the sun, doesn't it?
What the hell is this? Little green rice thing.
We do have some very odd meals in this van. All delicious, but quite odd. And this, because we've got the Thai curry, but we're not going to have that. We're going to have that like in a few hours because we're not like really hungry now. So we did a bit of rice for that and then I'm just going to heat it up later. But this is like the leftover spinach. So we did a bit too much rice and there was this leftover spinach. So this is Thai spinach rice. A little bit of this tagine spice that we picked up from a food market, olive oil and spinach and rice.
So you can turn just a few ingredients into a lovely meal with a load of herbs and spices. That's why we've got like a box and another area of our sort of kitchen cupboards full of herbs and spices.
Yeah. See, when we go to food markets, that's one of the main things I really like to grab. You know, they have all these like sort of pre-made different herbs and spices like tagine or paella mix and I don't know, all the different types of curries you can get. And they're just really handy, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then you can put different ones in different dishes and experiment a bit with different flavours. So that's
baked beans, we never have normal baked beans. Curried, Chinese, Japanese, no, only joking.
We picked up a really nice African spice, and I mean, I don't even know what spices are in it to make it an African spice, but it's absolutely delicious. So I just love going to these markets and just, you know, grabbing a load of spices. A slightly weird dish, but let's see what Nicholas thinks. Honest opinion of the spinach, rice, crunchy onion, well seasoned side dish.
Look at that, to start, presentation looks lovely. Very healthy green rice, that's what we can call it. Let's try it. Nice consistency, nice texture. You can really taste the spinach infused with the tagine. The crunchy onions add a little crunch to it, obviously. Really nice, actually. You don't need many ingredients to make a nice meal. Cheers, here's the green rice.
So, although extremely difficult, we are leaving this absolutely beautiful location now. We've got our little curry ready for later on this evening. But I mean, look at this. So difficult sometimes to leave these spots, it really is. There you go, my lord.
Wow. Look at that. And we are just parked up. We're just moving from one ridiculous location to another. The last spot said you weren't supposed to camp overnight. You probably can get away with it, but we thought we'd best move on. But we've just found an even better spot. Own little private white sand beach down there. On another fjord, surrounded by more mountains. It's just crazy here. It's just unbelievable.
We're just off the road, but there's hardly any passage on this road, and obviously as the evening goes on there won't be any cars probably at all overnight. So yeah, it's really lovely. Morning, and how calm and lovely is the fjord and the surrounds this morning. It's quite early. We got up about 7:30, I think, which is early for us because we don't usually go to bed till 2. Anyway, the sun's not come up. There's a huge mountain here, so the sun is making its way up and over, but it's not that, obviously I've got a onesie on, but it's not actually that cold. It's quite mild. I've already made us a nice honey coffee to start the day, and we're just really making the most of this beautiful still morning.
Yeah, Charlie loves it outside. Doesn't matter if it's a bit chilly or not. He's got this fascination with long grass now, because he must have seen a vole, or we saw a weasel the other day, which is quite cool. And so now he just sits there and just looks out. Really cute though, really cute. So he's just happy to be outside, and I think he's just loving Norway, because we parked him in beautiful spots where he's been able to just sit outside. So he's loving it. And as we mentioned before, Dizzee won't get out of bed till the sun comes out.
Yeah, Charlie's gone from ducks to weasels because there hasn't been any ducks or many ducks, and since he's seen the one weasel, or maybe a vole or some kind of mouse in the bushes back in Senja, that's it now. He just spends his days staring into the long grass and the bushes. Where's he gone now? Sometimes we have to go and retrieve him. He's hiding from me. Charlie? There he is now. Oh, there. What are you doing? And there he goes. But he's perfectly safe here, so we don't have to worry too much. There's nothing for him to eat, there's no dangers. We've scouted out the area to make sure everything's okay for him, so we can kind of give him a bit of freedom and let him get on with it. So this morning we're going to have a lazy morning, I think. Well, not a lazy morning actually. We've got editing to do, and I think we want to try and get that kayak out. Not the kayak, the sup board. It's so still and lovely that we thought we'd have a bit of a sup, but we're waiting for the sun to get on there. And then we're doing all this, and then we're heading off into town to try and get a drone. Be done, isn't it? It's just so beautiful, and I don't even think there's a need for a wetsuit because the sea's not that cold, the fjord is not that cold.
Look at that.
This is the first attempt of supboarding standing up with Dizzee and me together. Feels a bit wobbly, a bit frightened of falling in. I'm freezing my little dog, but you know. Go on.
This quick.
Jump. Good
Yeah.
boy.
Worry about Dizzee a bit because he has no fear at all.
Stay in the shallows.
Yeah. That was fun. What a location to take the supboard out. Beautiful, but there are quite a few jellyfish. Now I don't think they sting because we're this far up north, but I don't trust the ones with tentacles. There's a few big mamas with loads of tentacles, so still don't really want to fall in.
But as we are very professional now on the supboard, as you've seen from the footage, we're very unlikely to fall in.
Especially now we're holding the paddle the right way.
Meanwhile, while everyone's having fun out on the sea, on the supboard, there's one little guy that's not really up for the supboard. He much prefers digging little holes and chilling out in the sand. So although this location is absolutely gorgeous and we can stay here all day, or all week in fact, we are going to head off. We are going to try and get to that drone shop before it closes, and I'm sure there's a lovely, beautiful location waiting for us just round the next corner too.
Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that like button below.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel, then please do, and keep the comments coming because we absolutely love to hear from you.
And we'll see you in the next video.